Hey ninth graders, in this video I wanted to give you just kind of a quick review before you take your quiz 29 that I'm sending home this week. So do make sure you maybe take notes or something like that. I've gone over this information many times before, okay? I've given it to you, but just kind of a review for your exam next week and for phrases and clauses, so I wanted to just kind of go over it again and make sure you kind of understand it as best as you can, okay? So you're not doing the quiz as I'm talking, you take the quiz afterwards and everything. But it's talking about phrases and clauses. Phrases and clauses. Hopefully you haven't completely forgot what they are. And when you're dealing with phrases and clauses in grammar, and really just words in general, the parts of speech, there's two aspects that you have to worry about, okay? Just two. What do they look like, and what do they do, their function? What do they look like, because that will help you with 50% of it. And what do they do? That's the rest of it. That's really the more important part. But many times you got to know what they look like and to know what they do. But anyway, let's get into it. Here's just the tips. Write them down if you'd like. Like I said, you have them written down. You've written them down before because I've had you do that. But here we go again. These are the 4 phrases, okay? Clauses are just a little bit different. Clauses are just introduced by keywords like who, whom, which, that, if, because, since, those relatives and subordinate conjunctions. But on the quiz, you don't have to find the clauses. On the quiz, you do have to find the phrases. So I'm breaking this down a little bit. Prepositional phrases. I can't list them all here because there's just too many. But if you look at page 294, there's a great list right there for you. And just kind of go back over and just look at them just to refresh your memory. That would be good. Prepositional phrases start with a preposition, have a object, at, with, from, for. There's just a whole bunch of them, okay? So if you can find them and you know that's a preposition, then you know this is a prepositional phrase. A preposition does not look like the rest of these. Okay, so that one's kind of easy. If you just know your prepositions, and many of you do, then you know, okay, this is a prepositional phrase. Well, what's the next part of it? Because prepositions can be adjective or adverb. But if you know what it looks like I said, that's half the battle. Okay, participles, dented, okay, they end in these little suffixes, okay, broken, written, walking, sitting, built, can't think of any more off the top of my head. They just fixed. They end in these things. And if you remember, they're always adjectives. So this one's tricky sometimes in finding what it looks like, but if you find that it's a participle, you know it's an adjective. Don't go any further after that. Participles are adjectives. Okay, gerunds, they're kind of the easy ones, hopefully, because, they always end in ing, but it's tricky to distinguish which one is a participle or a gerund. But if you know it's a gerund, then it's always a noun. Okay, gerunds are always nouns. And we'll get to is it a noun, adjective, or adverb in a second. Okay, that's with the functions. But if you see it's ing, you know it's got to be one of these two. You shouldn't even think anything else. Okay, and then an infinitive. Again, should be, I think this is the easiest one, aside from prepositions, if you know your preposition. But infinitives, 2 plus a verb. 2 plus a verb. I don't think they're trying to trick you. I know sometimes they leave the 2 out. But if you see the 2 and the verb, you know it's an infinitive. Now, we'll point this out again real quick. Prepositions sometimes start with 2 because 2 is a preposition. So you do have to just go back and do that double check. Do I have a verb after it or do I have a noun after it? Because a prepositional phrase will have a noun and an infinitive will have a verb. All right, hopefully I haven't confused you guys more with that, but that's just a quick review of what they look like. And like I said, clauses are easy because they just have the introductory word. Okay, function. Here's the important part. How do we know what it's doing? There's only 3 options for phrases and clauses, okay? Now, adjective, or adverb. Noun, adjective, or adverb. Okay, so here's the tips. I've gone over them before, but just kind of review. Nouns come next to verbs. Okay, it's like a subject and a verb. The cat walks. Cat's a noun. Walk is a verb. Okay, well, it's the same thing with a whole clause or a whole phrase. Walking down the street is a fun activity. Okay, is, that's your verb. Walking down the street, that's a whole noun. That whole thing acts like a noun. Okay. Point is, if you see the thing and it's italicized and it's blocked off, is it a noun? What does it come next to a verb? That's how you can tell usually. Okay. Adjectives come next to nouns because they're describing words. So a prepositional phrase can be an adjective. These participles, of course, can be adjectives. Infinitives can be adjectives, not gerunds, because they're always nouns. So any of those three, if you know, oh, I see this infinitive phrase, but what is it? Does it come next to a noun? Okay. The book, which book? Book to read. The book to throw away. I don't know. The book to wrap up as a present. To wrap. Okay. It comes next to, it's describing the book. It's an adjective because it comes next to a noun. That's the idea here. Okay. And then adverbs. Now, adverbs don't always come next to something specific, but there are questions, kind of things that you can tell. Why questions, okay? That's really for the infinitives. I like to remember it like that. Why did he study? To get a good grade. Why did he open up a shop? To make money. Why did he, I'm just trying to think, it's not off the top of my head. Why did he wrap up a present? To give it to his sister for her birthday. Okay, why questions? They tell when and where. That can be for like prepositional phrases. Where is he eating? On the lawn. Where is he doing his homework? In his bedroom. Okay, so that's kind of when and where phrases. Prepositional, not really infinitive, because infinitive answers that one. And of course, subordinating conjunctions. Okay, if you still have this little card that I sent home, this is a dead giveaway. If you see these words, it has to be an adverb. There are a few times, like the word that. The word that could be all three of them. But generally, if you see many of these words, it will be an adverb. So when you see something, you can just go back and double check. Does it tell why? Does it tell when or where? Is it next to a noun? Is it next to a verb? Okay, so just go back and do all your checks. But there's ways to simplify this, is all I'm saying. All right. Hopefully I didn't confuse you anymore. I just want you to do your best. Ask me questions, because if I'm still not explaining something a certain way, I need to know that. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of keep explaining it and wondering why you guys are not getting it. All right? All right, okay. So just do your best. Let me know with your questions and everything, and have a good day.